Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Make mbbs Easy. This video is about strategy and mark division of microbiology in second year MBBS exam. In microbiology, there is three types of tests: written papers and oral and practical test. There will be two paper 1 and paper 2. Each paper will contain 40 marks. Paper 1 will be based on general bacteriology, immunology, systemic bacteriology, and paper 2 will be on virology, mycology and parasitology. Questions in the paper will be of 4 categories. First category will contain 2 questions. You have to attempt one among them, and the question will be based on clinical problem oriented question. It is a long question containing 10 marks. Second category question is short note type. There will be 4 questions. You have to attempt 3, each containing 4 marks. Third category type question is explain why or comment on type. It will contain 4 questions. You have to attempt 3 among them, and each contain 4 marks. And the last category, that is fourth category, will be all as difference between type question. There will be no alternative. You have to attempt 3 out of 3, and each will contain 2 marks. Now come to oral section. There will be 2 grand viva, oral 1 and oral 2, based on corresponding paper syllabus. Oral 1 will contain 9 marks and oral 2 will contain 6 marks. Now come to practical section. Practical exam will contain 25 marks. It has 6 parts. First part will be identification of bacteria from culture media. You are provided with the culture media and a microscope. You have to do gram staining, and you will be provided with equipments for motility test and a biochemical rack if present for the corresponding bacteria. The bacteria may be Staphylococcus aureus, coagulase negative Staphylococcus aureus, Bacillus subtilis or Pseudomonas species, or Escherichia coli or Klebsiella species, or Salmonella typhi or Proteus vulgaris or Proteus mirabilis. The test contain 8 marks. Now come to next table, that contains Zn stain of supplied sputum smear. The sputum smear slide is ready-made and supplied to you. You don't have to make it for your own. You just have to stain this smear and focus on the microscope and identify the acid first bacilli present in the smear. It contains 3 marks. Next table will be on microscopical examination of supplied stool smear. You have to focus the smear and examine it under microscope. It contains 3 marks. The focus smear may show you fertilized egg of Ascaris lumbricoides or unfertilized egg of Ascaris lumbricoides or egg of Trichuris species. You have to identify. The next table contains serological test by slide agglutination method. It contains 3 marks. There may be ASO titer test or maybe RA antigen test, that is rheumatoid arthritis antigen test. The next table contains 5 things. You are provided 5 minutes, 1 minute for one thing. You have to identify and write down the name of the thing. There may be problem card containing problem. You have to identify the disease and write down the causative agent or culture media or the question given in the card. There may be microscopic view of bacilli or cocci. There is a focus slide in the microscope and you have to see and identify the bacilli or cocci. The bacilli may be Clostridium tetani or the cocci may be Streptococcus species or Neisseria gonorrhoeae diplococci. You have to identify and write down. And there may be culture media, that is blood agar, nutrient agar, Algae media, Loeffler-Serum slope, anything from the syllabus. You have to identify and write down. And there may be sterilization tools, filters, and maybe any stage of the life cycle of parasite focused under the microscope. If, for example, Scisont of Plasmodium falciparum or Trophozoite of Plasmodium vivax or LD body, anything from the syllabus, you have to identify and write down. And the last part of the practical exam is laboratory notebook that is completed and signed by the teacher of your institution, and the notebook contains 3 marks in it. The remaining marks of the total 150 is 30 marks that is left out. It is given by the institution as an internal assessment marks, 15 marks for the practical exam and 15 marks for the written exam. It will be given as internal assessment. For any queries, leave a comment and stay tuned with my YouTube channel for further videos.